You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible.
Well, to show you the hypocrisy again, folks, when you talk about that, you look at what happened in Texas with Crystal Mason, of course, a sister who previously was in federal prison. She voted in the election, did not realize she could not vote, and again, book thrown at her upwards of 5 years in prison. And so she today, of course, went to court with an appeal in that particular case. And you talk about, just, again, an absolutely crazy story. And it's not like you have folks who are saying, okay, innocent mistake. It makes no sense to put her in jail for this long. Nah, Texas Republicans have been real quiet about that one. Joining us right now is her attorney, Kim Cole. Kim, how you doing?
I'm fine, Roland. How are you?
I'm doing great. Crystal, how are you?
How you doing? I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
All right. So what happened in court today, Kim?
So today, the Second Court of Appeals heard our oral arguments for Crystal's appeal, and they will be making a ruling on that sometime within the next few months or so. There isn't a specific time limit or amount of time that they will be returning a ruling. It could take months. Some cases have actually taken years.
Right.
So we're just awaiting their ruling, but they did hear our oral argument today.
So so Crystal, exactly where are you now? Are you out of prison? Are you in a facility? Are you at home?
I'm at home.
So explain for the folks exactly what's happening with you.
I'm at home right now. I'm still on supervised release on the federal level, and I'm fighting the 5 years on the state level right now.
So you serve your federal time, they said, for violating your parole conditions, but this 5 years, that's on the state level.
Correct, yes.
And Kim, do you not have people in Texas who are saying this is ridiculous that you would try to send somebody to prison for 5 years for an innocent mistake such as voting?
Certainly, there are plenty of people here in Texas who find this Crystal's conviction absolutely ridiculous.
Any Republicans?
No.
Okay.
No. I was joined by the ACLU, and they presented the oral argument today. Of course, the ACLU has been working very hard. They joined us on Crystal's case a couple of months ago, and they've been working very hard to fight this unjust conviction.
Yeah, so it is just, again, it's crazy when you look at this particular case, when you look at the fact that they prosecuted this case. It makes no sense whatsoever. Crystal, how has this impacted your family? I know at one point we were putting the GoFundMe out because you were possibly losing your home. So, you know, what's happening again now?
Right now, I'm still trying to put the pieces back together. Also, the GoFundMe account has been keeping us afloat. Mm-hmm. And I'm just when I went back and got back on supervised release, they implemented a form now, and it's a form that lets you know about your voting rights. It actually lays it out and let us know now that while on supervised release, we're ineligible to vote. Well, if I had that, I signed that form July the 22nd, 2019. But if that form was available August 2016, I wouldn't be going through this right now.
Well, it certainly is ridiculous that Texas is spending the amount of money going through this. Just makes no sense whatsoever. So certainly keep us up to date on what's going on, and we'll keep letting our people be aware of this case.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Roland.
Appreciate it, Crystal Mason, Kim Cole. Thanks a lot. Melody, this is stupid. This is stupid that the prosecutor there in Texas and the folks there are pursuing this case here. Five years. That is an absolute waste of resources. Somebody who already had parole revoked, who went back into federal prison, came out, it's stupid to say, fine, we're still going to try to send you to Texas prison for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. You know, don't know what's going on with Texas.
Easy, they probably moved from Mississippi.
Don't try to put that on Mississippi.
They probably moved from Mississippi.
Don't try to put that on Mississippi. This is deep in the heart of Texas.
Right there in Fort Worth, a very red county.
Yeah.
That's your party.
Well, and it's your state.
I know, and I'm calling them out in my state for being foul, Michael.
What I can say about what's happening in your state is that this sounds ridiculous, especially in an era where we're talking about criminal justice reform, sentencing reform, to put people back in jail, to make the taxpayers pay for whether it was an intentional or not, essentially is a clerical-like mistake to send someone to jail for really any significant length of time, a year even, or 6 months even. It just sounds ridiculous, and so I think she's appealing, but you know, I hope that she goes home.
This is pure trash, Michael. It's a waste of resources.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we all know about the First Step Act, and that's great, and it's a great start. But until you deal with sentencing reform, it doesn't matter what you do with making sure that the First Step Act is implemented.
But the First Step Act is on the federal level.
Right.
This is state.
And I'm not even suggesting this should have been even a fine crime. I think this is one of those, you stand in front of the judge and the judge says, hey, don't do this again.
Right. Especially when her parole officer testified.
Correct.
She did not know she couldn't vote.
Correct.
It's
but
crazy.
There was no intent. Without intent, you can't break a law.
Kelly is crazy. But again, we see how the GOP plays this game. Again, this is a Republican district attorney, Republican judge who she went forward in Texas, and let's throw the book at her.
What really surprises me is that she wasn't the only one who did this at that time. So when I was reading about this case, out of the 4,500 people who cast provisional ballots, about 3,990 of those 4,500 people, those ballots were rejected. But she's the only one who ended up in court. You know, like it just seems like they're making an example out of her for no reason, and this is like the weakest case to make an example out of somebody.
It does. They're making an example out of her. Absolutely.
Yep, black folks are.
But at what cost? And that's the problem.
I'm pretty sure that some of that 3,000 number, I'm pretty sure that a number of them were black too. But
either way, it's still wrong. Like if any of those people were being convicted.
Which is why I said that it was wrong. But whether or not, you know, as you said, I think that they wanted to make an example out of her, and that's what they're doing. And I hope that she wins her appeal or whatever and goes home soon.
As opposed to those in North Carolina who actually participated in rampant election fraud. Gotcha.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
That's the man Gerald Albright there, folks. He could be one of the performers at the Luxe Jazz experience taking place in Cabo, November 7th through the 11th. For top-notch music, upscale destination. Got a week-long of events planned at the Omnia Day Club, Los Cabos, Dessel in the Sea of Cortez, and the celebrity playground of Los Cabos, Mexico. The Luxe Jazz experience offers the ultimate getaway for jazz aficionados. Folks, it's going to be food, alcohol, fine, like I say, golf, spa, health, wellness, all that good stuff. I'll be broadcasting Roland Martin Unfiltered from there that Thursday and Friday. The second annual Luxe Jazz Experience also will include many concerts, the Spirit of Jazz Gospel Brunch, and Jazz Sunset Cruise. The confirmed guests, comedian actor Mark Curry, as I said, Gerald Albright, Alex Bouillon, Raul Madan, Incognito, Pieces of a Dream, Kirk Whalum, Average White Band, Donna McClurkin, Shalea, Roy Ayers, Tom Brown, Ronnie Laws, and Ernest Quarles. For more information, visit LifeLuxeJazz.com, LifeLuxeJazz.com. Again, like I said, November 7th through 11th. You want to book your package now, of course. That way you can lock in the cheapest airline flights. We're going to have a great time down there. So while folks are cold in Northeast as well as the Midwest, we'll be chilling in the sun in Cabo. So LifeLuxeJazz.com.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.